Good evening. Good evening. There was a lot of activity today, and of course it was around other than what was going on at the convention and other kind of things like that. But there was a lot of activity around police activity, and so the chief is here to brief you on that. Okay.
Well, good evening. First day of the convention, official day of the convention. As the mayor stated, a lot of activity today. Two semi-major protests, one of about 150 to 200 individuals, and the other had more along the lines of 300, both peaceful, both ended peacefully. Officers managed those protests. We had some smaller open carry protests on Public Square that we also managed. Officers were out and engaged those individuals, and they broke up also. Right now, just a few small things going on with individuals around the downtown neighborhoods, so we're keeping an eye on them. That's about it.
Any arrests today?
We had one arrest earlier in the day. A female was arrested on a felony warrant.
Was that during a rally or was out in the area?
It was actually on Public Square, I think somewhere near the speaker's platform earlier in the day.
What was she listed warrant on?
It was a felony warrant. I don't know exactly what the felony was for, but there were also some misdemeanor charges of obstruction and I think resisting arrest.
Chief, are you talking about Kathy Wright Coleman?
I can't give you a name. Until the person's booked, we don't give a name.
Was she stopped and then they found a felony warrant, or did they?
I don't know exactly how it transpired, but she was arrested for that warrant, obstruction of official business and resisting arrest.
Chief, have you found any weapons in the secure zone that weren't allowed there?
We found a small knife earlier today. We also found gas masks on a couple individuals and a slingshot.
So what happens at that point? Those items are just confiscated?
Yes, we confiscated those items.
Chief, I know it's early, as you said, it's day one, but have you noticed that there's been more or less people than you had expected so far that are here to perhaps protest or even just looking at town?
Not so much that we expected, because we really, didn't put a number on a figure on the number of people we expected, but there are more people here today than were here yesterday, yes.
Chief, there's been a lot of talk about guns. You obviously mentioned some demonstration with carry. Right. Do you have any comment on Steve Loomis yesterday calling?
No.
Chief?
Yes, Tracy.
Chief, there was a report that you guys stopped somebody who was walking around in body armor today. Can you elaborate on that? Is that true or false?
It could have been, and I think that individual may have been open carrying. And again, our officers are instructed to approach the individual and explain to them that their responsibilities as it pertains to open carry. So that may have been that interaction. Yes.
One of our reporters out in the field picked up on a tip about anarchists reportedly on one of the city bridges, maybe the Detroit Superior Bridge. Just wanted to check if there was any validity to that, and if so, how police handled that.
No, I can't remember that report, but I don't recall anything like that on the bridge. No.
Chief?
Yes.
Chief, was there an incident with a motorcade today related to
Yeah, it's on the news. Donald Trump's motorcade, there was some type of accident. I don't think it involved his vehicle, but there was an accident earlier today.
That's what the news says.
Right.
That's what the news
On the
says.
escort.
We
Right.
verify that.
And we're trying to find out what agency was doing that escort, and we'll let you know exactly what happened. Yes, sir.
Were there charges on the person arrested last night? Have there been charges made?
I don't know. I'll find out for you. Pretty sure there were, but I'll find out.
Are you expecting any major protests tonight, or you don't know?
We don't know. There are no scheduled protests after 6 p.m., so we don't know. We'll be prepared if there are, like we have been for the last basically 6 days.
How much conflict has there been between groups?
Just some, not a lot. There are a couple times where we brought in our bicycle officers to split people from some of that confrontation. Nothing physical. We just wanted to make sure that we got in there before anything got out of hand. But a couple occasions where we actually had to bring our bicycle officers in to separate people. Mr. Regan.
Yeah, Chief, social media can be pretty effective in events like this, and I saw your posting Cedric today.
Yes.
What was on your mind when you did that, and why?
Well, Cedric is I consider him a good friend. He's a young man that is out there trying to make a difference, trying to make a positive difference. And I just happened to run into him on Public Square, and Sergeant Chach and the guys came up, and they were going to do some social media stuff anyway, so I suggested, why don't you guys talk to Cedric? I mean, he's a young African-American male that's saying on both sides we need to sit down and talk and stop the violence and really get some kind of positive change going.
Do you think that could be helpful for you?
Oh, definitely, definitely. And we're going to, the mayor doesn't know it, but I'm going to talk to TV 20 about actually having Cedric come on TV 20 with some of his writings and his poems and his artwork, because he's a positive role model out there, I think.
Chief, has there been any damage done downtown anywhere?
No, none that I know of right now, none.
Somebody back here. Yes.
Chief, there's some folks that have masks on, like anarchist-looking characters. Are you poised to react to them if they do some kind of a demonstration or if they try to provoke the police? What have you instructed your officers to do? What's the protocol for that?
Or there's no law or city ordinance against wearing a mask in public. So our officers are keeping tabs on them. They're watching them like anybody else that may be in the crowd that may pose, any kind of issue with the convention.
Chief,
Yes.
you said that your officers are trained to engage people who are carrying open. Can you expand on that a little bit? What are they trained to do and how do they do it?
Well, our officers are trained to talk to that person, engage that person in conversation to make sure they understand their responsibilities under open carry, that they can't brandish that weapon, they can't point it at people, they can't menace people with that weapon. We give them that admonition, and then we allow them to do whatever they're going to do.
Chief, can you help us traffic and getting people downtown and big one?
Traffic is challenging, of course. There's only one major throughway open, that's Superior Avenue from east to west or west to east. Everything else is kind of a bit of a challenge, but we're dealing with that. We met today actually to look at our traffic plan, to put some additional personnel on traffic, so we should have that taken care of.
Any changes tomorrow that people need to be aware of that you think will happen?
No, there are no additional closures or anything like that, but we're going to put additional personnel out there to pull traffic.
To move it quicker?
Yes, yes. All right?
Thank
Is that it? Thank you.